friends and guests, it is a wonderful pleasure for me to be here tonight and see such a large group of you. Can you hear me all right? Because I've had a cold and I don't know how my voice is going over. I'm not tall enough. That's better, thank you. I know you have come to hear about Bob and why I think he is eminently fitted to be the United States Senator, to be a United States Senator. May I tell them one thing more?
Yes, certainly.
Do that afterwards.
Let's get this up here. She wants to say something else. You want to lift this back up?
Kennedy.
There has been a great deal of criticism, I know, and discussion, not about his qualifications to be a senator, but about his qualifications to represent the state of New York. Tonight, I am going to see if I can clarify that issue a little bit and talk to you about the time that he spent in New York. He came over here when he was a little boy, a year old. We lived in Riverdale on the Hudson first, and then we bought a house in Bronxville, where he stayed until he was old enough to go to boarding school. Then, of course, he was in the Navy, like all the young men of those days, then in college, and afterwards at law school. It may interest you to know that after he graduated from law school, his first job was in the office of the district attorney in Brooklyn. As a youngster, he learned his first prayers in New York at St. Joseph's Church. He went to the public schools out there, as did our other children. He learned to ski at Bear Mountain and at Lake Placid, and he learned to play football in our yard. And so well that he got his letter at Harvard afterwards. His first history was taught to him probably by successors. So you see, you know how my second son, Jack, was elected to the presidency, how he strove to bring peace and welfare to this country and to the whole world. Bob, at that time, was working as Attorney General. He showed great courage, I think, in his fight against crime. And he made a great many efforts, among other things, to help the poor people and the youth of the land when they were in trouble with the courts. While he was in Washington, of course, he and Jack used to talk together a good deal about the problems and about the ideals that they had for the welfare of this country. Bob, too, was called in at the meetings of the cabinet when there was a national crisis or an international crisis, as were the other members. Through these experiences, he learned a lot about the problems that would be besetting this country in those times. You all know what those ideals are, but the medical care for the aged, the aid to education, and then we have President conscientiously, as did his brothers before him. And he was in a great country of ours, which we all loved so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Kennedy will be happy to receive you. The line will form to your right, to my left, over this way, and if you will proceed then
he just keeps at a job and wants to finish it and wants to do it well. And I think that's what we need here in New York, somebody that works persistently and perseveringly and believes in these things. That Francis Kennedy. And this one. Fight against poverty. All those things courageously.
Got enough light there, Charlie? Hey, Sidney, got enough light?
Yeah, plenty.
Hey, pal.
Come on, will you? Come on.
The other guy is going to shoot this? Who's going to shoot?
Thank you very much. I guess now we always have twice
My
as
daughter
many
met you
sex,
at Manhattanville and was delighted.
Oh, good. That's a very dangerous thing. I don't want
I'm going
we
to
should
move
have
it out of the
that.
way.
I don't want somebody to.
All right, we'll move it right away. I'll get right off in 1 second. One more question. Did you always...
Massachusetts, nice to meet
Thank
you.
you. Very nice.
A wonderful family.
Thank
That
you.
gets my vote.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm a Kennedy.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Children.
Oh, Mrs. Kitty, God bless you.
Thank you very much. Well, I always expected them to work and do something worthwhile. They should. Oh, I had another speech to make about getting to voting. I must say that.
Remarkable woman.
Are you going...
I got one more message.
Put it back up here. All right.
No, except I used to spank you. uh,
So if any of you have young children who don't seem to be coming along very well, your help during the period of the next 12 days. I think a United States Senator for the state of New York can make a difference. I think that we have problems here. We're the most prosperous state and the first state of the Union. And it's where New York succeeds, the rest of the nation is inspired. But we have all the problems in the state of New York that are contained in all the other 49 states. Whether it be the problem of races getting along together, one with another, whether it be the problem of education, whether it be the farm problem, whether it be the problem of housing, whether it be the problem of our elderly people when we have more people over the age of 65 in this state than any other state of the Union, or whether it be the problem of our young people having an adequate education. I don't think that the situation is satisfactory. We might be the first state in the Union, but I don't feel that we've gone as far as we should go. I think that when there are 500,000 people unemployed, when 26% of our young Negroes are out of school and out of work, when 1 million here in the city of New York alone live in overcrowded and substandard housing, when 50% of our Puerto Rican population
Now you got some business back there.
So I run for the United States Senate on that basis. I want to been involved in these kinds of struggles, whether it's crime, or juvenile delinquency, or narcotics, or education, or just the question of survival, the question of whether we're going to live and whether our children are going to live.